Good morning students. I welcome you all to my class of English, and today I am going to revise the last part of the lesson, the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. So in this lesson children, we have already discussed about two things. Okay, we have discussed about two things. First, in the first part of the lesson children, we have discussed that how Pungai, a musical instrument, took the shape of Shehnai. Okay, and finally children, it was banned in the court of Pungai, had such a shrill noise that it was banned in the court of Aurangzeb. He told that since the sound was very shrill, so he stopped playing Pungai in his court. He banned that musical instrument whose name was Pungai. He banned it in his court. And then one children barber was there with he was related with the family of musicians with a lot of difficulty. Children, he made a hole and the instrument became much more longer. Okay, and finally children, that instrument he kept the name Shehnai. Okay, so why name Shehnai was kept? The name Shehnai was there because children, Shah was the Badshah, the king, who gave him permission to Nai to play the Shehnai, to play that musical instrument. So Nai is barber. So children, since Shah has given the barber to play that musical instrument, so he thought that the name Shehnai must be kept to that musical instrument. So in the first part of the lesson, the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan, we have learned that how Shehnai has come into the form, how Pungai has taken the form of Shehnai. And now children, in the second part, okay, we have read about the life of Bismillah Khan. So he was a great Shehnai player, received lot of award like Padma Bhushan, Bharat Ratna, so many awards he got just because he was one of the best Shehnai player. Okay, so in this story I will be revising you before explaining the last part of the lesson. I will be revising you all the important part of the lesson. So children, first of all, Emperor Aurangzeb had banned the playing of Pungai in the royal residence, and a barber decided to reform the tonal quality of the Pungai, and he improved it. So now children, this Shehnai, it is a improved form. It is a improved form of Pungai. Pungai was a musical instrument with a shrill noise. It was banned by Emperor Aurangzeb for its unpleasant and shrill sound. But a barber decided to improve the tonal quality of Pungai. Later, when it was improved and played on it, it produced a very soft and very melodious movie. Everybody was impressed by by its melodious sound. And children, then it was given to play in the court. The permission was given for Shehnai in the court. Well, so in this way, children, Shehnai came into existence. The name Shehnai was kept. So because that instrument was first played in the Shahi chambers by a Nai, that's why children, this instrument was named Shehnai. Bismillah often sang in the Bhojpuri chat. Now children, then we were told about the early life of Bismillah Khan. So in his early life of Bismillah Khan, children, he passed in Dumrao and in Varanasi. So his earlier life was passed in Dumrao in Bihar. And children, Bismillah Khan, let me tell you about his earlier life. Let me revise about his earlier life. Bismillah Khan was born on 21st March 1916 in a well-known family of musicians. His family lived in Bihar. Rasul Bakhsh Khan was his grandfather and the Shehnai Nawaz of the Bhojpur king court. His father, Paigambar Bakhsh, was also a great Shehnai player. When he was a 5-year-old boy, he used to play gilli danda near a pond of Dimrao. And children, he often and after playing gilli danda, a temple was near the pond. It was a temple of Lord Bihari Ji, and there he used to go to sing Chaitanya. Chaitanya was a music in Bhojpuri, so Chaitya, not Chaitanya, it was Chat. So he went to Bihari Ji temple to sing the Bhojpuri Chaitya. And at the end, when he used to play the music, the local Maharaja used to come and he used to distribute a big laddu of 1.21 kilo and 25 gram to him. So children, we don't know whether he was interested in playing Chaitanya or was it just for laddus he used to go. People used to tell, since he was a small child, a very small child, so generally laddu used to fascinate him, which was given by the local king of that city. Now later on, children, he became his family used to live in Bahar, and let me tell you something about his father. Rasul Bakhsh Khan was his grandfather, and he was a good Shehnai player in the Bhojpuri King's Court. His father Paigambar Bakhsh was also a great Shehnai player. So when he was a 5-year-old boy, he used to play gulli danda, and then I told you that why he went to sing Chaitya in the Bihari Ji temple, and at the end of local Maharaja used to give him a very big laddu as a reward. Now Bismillah introduction with Ali Bakhsh. Now Ali Bakhsh was his maternal uncle who lived in Benares, Varanasi. When he went there with his mother, he watched his uncle practice the Shehnai and was equally fascinated. So children, when he was only 5 years of age, he went to to his uncle Ali Bakhsh's house with his mother, and there he saw him practicing and playing Shehnai every time. Now this young boy of 5 years old, he was very much fascinated by this Shehnai, and he used to watch his uncle how he used to play Shehnai. So even his uncle understood that this boy is fascinated by Shehnai. So Ali Bakhsh was his maternal uncle who lived in Benares, Varanasi. When he went there with his mother, he watched his uncle practice the Shehnai and was extremely fascinated. Ali Bakhsh was employed as the Shehnai player in the Vishnu temple of Benares. He started learning Shehnai from him. Slowly he received lessons in playing this instrument from him. Later he used to play Shehnai throughout the day. The temples of Balaji and Mangla Maiya and the bank of the Ganga were the favorite places for this young apprentice. Now children, let me tell you children, he generally used to, in Varanasi, he used to practice Shehnai at Balaji and Mangla Maiya temple and the banks of the Ganga. Mangla Maiya temple is also at the bank of the river Ganga. So he used to go there, okay, for the practice of Shehnai. Well children, he played Shehnai, he started growing him. One day his uncle took to Allahabad. There he had got lot of compliment from the other from other people who were very renowned people. He came to him and told that you have to work hard and one day you will become a great Shehnai player. And for children, Bismillah practiced his instruments and got perfection in this. At first he was selected for the All India Radio Lucknow as a Shehnai player. He performed in India and abroad. He had performed in America and Afghanistan also. He had influenced the film director Vijay Bhatt, who named his film after this instrument, Gooj Uthi Shehnai. And he was awarded the several national awards like the Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan. He was awarded the Bharat Ratna. So the 4 greatest award he had won, which was those Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan and Bharat Ratna. So he had won the award of Bharat Ratna. Okay. So children, he was awarded the Bharat Ratna, which is the highest civilian award of India, in 2001. He had great love for the country, children. He was a true patriotic person. Many of his students called him to USA, and they wanted to pay him a lot of money, but he refused to go. And children, he had a great love for his country, especially for Banaras and Dumrao. Lived his heart. When he was asked by them, he told them, they told him, we will not give you any trouble, we will keep you in a very comfortable way. So they told him that no, but where you will bring river Ganga, and where you will, you cannot, you can give me anything, but I cannot get river Ganga there in USA. So children, when he was getting Bharat Ratna, he told to the parent, teach your children music, this is a Hindustan richest tradition. So you can see he was a perfect example of our rich culture, and he maintained that culture. So I think children, we should all become like Bismillah Khan. He was a true patriotic person, and he was having a lot of feeling for his country. He could have gone to United States and learned lakhs of money. He could have become billionaire, but he did not even dream to leave his country. He did not want to leave Varanasi, and we are lucky that children, he was here in our city. So now I am going to children read the last portion of the book, okay, and after that we will be doing some important question and answer. The discussion on some important question answer will be there, okay. So we were here, the last 2 or 3 paragraphs we have to complete. Okay. Awards and recognition came thick and fast. Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to be invited to perform at the prestigious Lincoln Center Hall in the United States of America. He also took part in the World Exposition in Montreal, in the Cannes Art of Festival, and in the Osaka Trade Fair. So well known did he become internationally that an auditorium in Tehran was named after him, Tahar Mosque Ustad Bismillah Khan. So children, he got so much award, okay. So let me write some of the awards one by him. First of all, I will tell you how he became internationally famous. So Bismillah Khan venture in films, music were limited to awards and recognition came thick and fast. Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to be invited to perform the prestigious Lincoln Center Hall. The first award he was awarded at the prestigious Lincoln Center Hall in the USA. Then children, he took part in the World Exposition in Montreal, in the Cannes Art of Festival. And children, he became so wild that an auditorium in Tehran was named after him. Okay, so children, an auditorium in Tehran was named after him. Third point, we can write it here, children. Third point, an auditorium Tehran was named after him. Tahar Mosque, Ustad Bismillah Khan. And children, okay, and then children national awards. Then he had held many awards like Padma Shri, Padma Shri, the Padma Vibhushan, and the Padma Vibhushan. Apart from this, he had children received Bharat Ratna, the award of Bharat Ratna. So children, he became a celebrity person, alright. He has won so much awards. He went to the prestigious Lincoln Center Hall in the USA, and then he award exposition in Montreal in the Cannes Art of Festival. He took place. Okay, then auditorium was named after him. Okay, and the Tahar Mosque, Ustad Bismillah Khan. Then children, this 4 award: Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, and Bharat Ratna award. So children, he got this much award also. Now, in 2001, Ustad Bismillah Khan was awarded Indian highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna. So in 2001, children, he was awarded the Bharat Ratna award also. So don't you feel he is one of the greatest person of Varanasi as well as India? With a coveted award resting on his chest and his eyes glinting with rare happiness, he said, "All I would like to say is teach your children music. This is the Hindustan's richest tradition. Even the West is now coming to learn our music." So children, he is the mad person, and he gave us the message that to keep our tradition alive, we have to learn music, and we will teach our next generation also. We should give music, traditional music, richest traditional music to our next generation also. In spite of having traveled all over the world, Khan Sahab, as he fondly called, is exceedingly fond of Benares and Dumraon. Now children, he had traveled a lot of time he had done a lot of children world tours. Okay, in spite of having traveled all over the world, Khan Sahab, and he is fondly called, is exceedingly fond of Benares and Dumraon, and they remain for him the most wonderful towns of the world. A student of his once wanted him to head a Shehnai school in the USA, and the student promised to recreate the atmosphere of Benares by replicating the temple from there. But Khan Sahab asked him if he would able to transport river Ganga as well. Later he is remembered to have said, "That's why whenever I am in a foreign country, I keep yearning to see Hindustan, while in Mumbai I think of only Benares and the holy Ganga, and while in Benares I miss the unique mutt of Dumraon." So children, you can see how he is missing. That means children, he loved the ghats of Varanasi, and especially children, where he had learned and practiced his music, the Mangla Gauri temple, and the children, the ghats of Varanasi. He used to love them. And Dumraon also, children, he cannot forget his when he was small and when he used to go get laddus by the king, he was very happy. He did not, children, thought of leaving these two cities. And Fortunately, I think you all know that he died in Varanasi, and he is buried in Varanasi in the Fatuman road. So whenever we will have time, we should go and pay homage to him. So now children, we have completed the lesson, and now I will be trying to discuss the textual question with you, and then we will be doing the children some extra question. Okay, so now it's time to do the, I think we have completed the lesson part 2 of the sound of the music, and now it's time to do the question and answer. So now let's start revising. So first we will do the textual question. So children, both the question are mixed here, and we have discussed both the question, but I would like to do some questions where we could which is related with Bismillah Khan. So one of the question is, why did Aurangzeb ban the playing of the Pungai? Aurangzeb banned the playing of Pungai because it had a shrill and unpleasant noise. How is Shehnai different from Pungai? A Shehnai is a pipe with a natural hollow that is longer and broader than a Pungai. It has 7 holes on the body of the pipe. Where was the Shehnai played traditionally? So the Shehnai, how did Bismillah Khan change this? So children, the answer to this is, the Shehnai was played traditionally in the temple, at the royal courts, and on the occasion of wedding. The credit must go to Bismillah Khan to take this instrument onto the classical stage. Now question number 4, when and how did Bismillah Khan get his big break? Bismillah Khan got his big break with the opening of the All India Radio in 1938 in Lucknow. Question number 5, where did Bismillah Khan play the Shehnai on 15 August 1947? Why was the event historic? So Bismillah Khan played the Shehnai on 15 August 1947 at the Red Fort. He was the first Indian to greet the nation with his musical instrument. This event was historic because we got independence on that day. He poured his heart out in the presence of a large number of people, including Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Question number 6, why did Bismillah Khan refuse to start a Shehnai school in the USA? He refused to start a Shehnai school in the USA because he never wanted to leave India. He loved India so much, and he did not want to settle anywhere except India. That is why whenever he was in a foreign country, he kept yearning to see Hindustan. So find at least 2 instances in the text which tells you that Bismillah Khan loves India and Banaras. Bismillah Khan loved India and Banaras very much. He loved them from the bottom of his heart. He says that he misses the Holy Ganga and India when he goes abroad. While in Mumbai, he thinks of only Banaras and the Holy River, and when he is in Banaras, he remembers their unique mutt of Dumrao. So children, this was all from. Now I would like to discuss some question with you. Children, one question is this: what important lesson does the life of Bismillah Khan teach us? So Bismillah Khan teaches us a very remarkable lesson of life. People make achievements in life but by dint of hard work and devotion. He was very interested in music as he was born in family of musicians. He used to sing Chata in the Bihariji temple, and when he was in Varanasi, he was greatly influenced by his maternal uncle, who was a great Shehnai player. He copied his uncle in the true spirit and practiced Shehnai in the peaceful environment of the Ganga. His hard work and devotion brought him good fruits. He was awarded the greatest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna. For what quality should Bismillah Khan be remembered? Bismillah Khan was a great Shehnai player. He was awarded with the greatest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna. He always showed a great love for his country. As far as Banaras and Dumrao is concerned, they were in his heart. It was impossible for him to forget the sound made by the Ganga. Moreover, he never showed his willingness to be settled in the foreign country. Instead, he desired to live on the bank of the Ganga. Bismillah Khan was a symbol of India's composite culture of great heritage. So such great personality Bismillah Khan had. Now few more questions I would like to revise. How was Pungai came to be named Shehnai? So children, a barber from a family of professional musicians decided to improve the Pungai. He chooses a pipe with a hollow stem that was longer and broader than Pungai. He played the instrument before the king and everyone was impressed since it was played by a barber, and the Shah chambers for instrument was named as Shehnai. So in this way Shehnai was given the name. What was thought about the sound of Shehnai? So children, Shehnai, it was a very nice sound. That's why it became very popular. The sound of Shehnai began to be considered auspicious. This is why it is still played in temples. It has become an essential part of any North Indian wedding. Till recently, it was used only in temples and wedding. The credit for bringing this instrument up to the classical stage goes to Ustad Bismillah Khan. So children, he was the first one to bring Shehnai to the stage. Earlier children, it was only played during the time of wedding or on some auspicious occasions. So he was the one who showed us the way that he brought it to the stage. What do you know about the early life of Bismillah Khan? Very easy children. As a 5-year-old boy, Bismillah Khan played Gilli Danda near a pond in the ancient state of Dumrao in Bihar. He would regularly go to the nearby Bihari Ji's temple to sing Bhojpuri Chaitya. At the end of it, he was given a big laddu weighing 1.25 kg as a prize. He then shifted to Banaras to his maternal uncle's house and learned playing Shehnai from him. How did Bismillah Khan take to music? So Bismillah Khan took to music early in life. When he was 3 years old, his mother took him to his maternal uncle's house in Banaras. Bismillah Khan was fascinated watching his uncle practice the Shehnai. Soon Bismillah began to accompany his uncle to the Vishnu temple of Banaras. Meanwhile, he started getting lesson in Shehnai and did a lot of practice also to become oneself very perfect. Now children, Bismillah Khan how is Bismillah Khan a symbol of India's rich culture, heritage and the composite culture of India? Ustad Bismillah Khan is example. His example is a perfect example of the rich cultural heritage of India. He was a devout Muslim, but played the Shehnai every morning at the Kashi Vishwanath temple. While in a foreign country, he aimed to see India, the Ganga and the Banaras. So children, You can see how children he was devoted to his country, and children used to practice in temple, ghats. Okay, in foreign country he earned to see India, the Ganga and the Banaras. So these are some of the things which I think we should be. He is a person, I think we should be grateful to him. He got so many chances to go to foreign country, but just to keep his tradition, he remained in Varanasi. So children, I have finished all the important question and answer also of this lesson, and now I conclude my lesson. I conclude my video. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.